Hey everybody, Jessica Coulter here, CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring. Today we're talking about being your own self-advocate. So if you have any idea what I mean, if you know what that word means, make sure you hit that like button for me to let me know you're there listening and that this is a concept you're familiar with. If you're not at all familiar with this term, then give me a no down below. So I want to talk to you about this idea of self-advocacy because I have an upcoming masterclass called How to Graduate with Honors, and one of my speakers talked to me in our interview about self-advocacy. So I want to give you a little bit of a preview of our interview so you know exactly what to expect as well as why you should make sure you're part of that masterclass. So before we jump into self-advocacy, I want to encourage you to make sure you're a follower on Facebook and a subscriber on YouTube because I will be going live every day in the next few days as we get ready to start that masterclass. The How to Graduate with Honors, even if you don't think you can, starts officially on July 5th. So as of Monday, you can sign up for it. So I want you in my Facebook group so you know how to sign up for it, as well as get all those goodies and extras. And I also want you to make sure you catch all these live videos. So much good stuff coming on. I know I'm asking you to do a lot of things, but I just don't want you to miss out, especially if you yourself are in school or if you have a high school or college student on your hands. So we're here to talk about self-advocacy because that is what I talked about with Lisa. So my speaker, we talked about the idea of asking for help. Okay, so that's what it means to advocate. You need to speak up for yourself. So if you're struggling in a class, no matter if it's like now in the middle of summer and you're taking a summer class, or maybe when school starts up again in the fall, make sure if you do not understand something, you ask for help. That means you could turn to your friend in class and say, hey, can you explain problem number 3 to me? That means maybe you stay after class for a couple minutes and talk to your teacher and are like, I am just so confused on chapter 6. Can you help me out, set up a time to sit down with the teacher, figure out what those sticking points are. Just do what it takes to make sure you're getting the help that you need. Now, in order to help you, there are tutors like myself. I specialize in ACT prep, middle school math, and essay writing, as well as a range of other things from 3rd graders through adults in grad school. So I want to help you out, but so do your teachers. So that is the takeaway from today's video, guys, is to self-advocate. Now I want you to stick around for another minute or two so we can dive a little deeper into this concept. Before we do though, remember I talked about my Facebook group. Well, there's a link over in the description. Click on that link, answer a couple questions, and you'll be able to join us in the group. So you'll get all sorts of exciting bonuses and freebies for being part of my group while the upcoming masterclass is going on, as well as actually get to interact with some of these speakers in real time and even get some questions answered from the speakers. So let's talk about self-advocacy more. So we talked about talking to your teachers in person. We talked about talking to your friends. Well, also this means that sometimes you're going to have to advocate for other people. Okay, so if there are a bunch of you guys in a class, there's a bunch of you doing a project and you're just plain confused, then make sure you're emailing, you're in contact with the people that can help you, okay? Because there can be things that come up that unfortunately you just can't handle on your own and you need to get someone else involved. Now do be careful. So if I've got some parents listening, make sure you're helping your kiddos realize mom and dad can't always ask for help and be the help all the time. Because with older students, high school, college, it's going to become more and more important for students to advocate for themselves. Okay, so that is kind of the next part of this video, is to realize you've got to ask for help and make sure you're focusing on who is asking for help. Okay, so that's something Lisa and I talked about. As students get older, they get more independent. Do know it's going to have more of an effect on that teacher if it's the student asking for help or asking for that extension of that project or maybe that extra credit, instead of mom or dad saying, hey, that project was too tough, my kid just didn't get it, or it was unfair the way you graded it. The kids, the students, need to learn how to do that for themselves. I gotta tell you, in college, professors do not want to hear from mom and dad. Okay, it's all about the student, it's all about the professor. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there, guys. Again, do know Self-advocacy is just one of many topics I talked about with Lisa in our interview. We talked about being your own hero, and we talked about growth mindset, among other things. So I want you to hear everything she has to share about all of these other concepts, as well as even more about self-advocacy. So hear it from herself in my upcoming masterclass called How to Graduate with Honors, even if you don't think you can. And the easiest way to sign up for that masterclass is to be part of my Facebook group, so that you know when that link goes live on Monday, and so you can get your hands on all of those freebies and goodies that will be only available to those people in my Facebook group during the masterclass. So have a good night. Click that link you see in the description, and I'll see you in the masterclass very soon.